What's good, everybody? It's the Manga King here once again. This last week chapter was great. I'm going to talk about last week chapter right now. It was awesome. I absolutely loved the stuff in pertaining to Capone, learning about his history, and being a part of the West Blues Mafia. It was just freaking dope. I love the characterization involving Capone. I learned that the Straw Hats are going to have to make an alliance with someone who's kind of not really that much better than Big Mom. So it's going to be interesting to see how that alliance turns out. What was my thoughts on last week's chapter? I really enjoyed it. I'm just going to be really quick about that. I really enjoyed it. As far as this week's chapter, feels like Oda's starting to slow down again, which isn't a bad thing. But I think that they could have spent more this time worrying about the stuff in previous chapters, as I stated in the previous video, about the stuff that they skipped. But now it's kind of like the pacing is slowing down. We've got more revelations as to Lola's twin sister and the relationship she has with Capone and her relationship with her mom and how much she doesn't like her mom. Peckham's is still alive, which I personally believe that he should have died. He should have died. A co-provider said it. But, I do agree with the fact that I feel like he should have died because it would have added some weight to the story. It would have added to how dangerous the situation is. The situation doesn't really feel as dangerous as it felt in the beginning of this arc, waiting for these 3 hours and 30 minutes to be over so that we can get to the freaking wedding, because it feels like it's taking forever for stuff to actually happen. It's not like it's bad at all, but it's just this chapter was kind of underwhelming. I mean, sure, it had some funny moments. Sure, it had the whole Caesar Clown thing. We got more clarity on what happened to Caesar Clown all the way up to this point. And I was just like, okay, that's cool. The alliance, I guess, is solidified now. So yeah, there isn't really much to talk about with this chapter. I feel like maybe things will kind of pick up next week. There just isn't really much to talk about. The next chapter happens, I'm probably going to do this now from now on. Review 2 chapters in a row, because doing the whole 1 chapter a week when it comes to One Piece is kind of monotonous, because One Piece is so slow paced and it takes a long time for things to actually happen. But yeah, let me basically a review of what happened in this chapter based off of what I personally enjoyed. The evaluation of what happened in this chapter. First off, meet up with Peckham's, and we figure out what's going on with him. He's with the fish people, and they're basically telling Peckham's not to worry about the situation and just to, let Jinbei handle the whole situation. Even though, I feel like Peckham's is he's on the fence about it. There's something he's worried about. I don't know what it is. I'm waiting to see what that is. And then we had the whole situation involving Jinbei and Sanji and them going in and actually meeting with Capone, which I would have to say the things that made this hype were the outfits that the characters were wearing. I mean, I was just so freaking hyped to see Luffy in his freaking Mafia outfit and, Nami dressed up. It was really cool, but I felt like this chapter probably should have been longer, should have been put into the chapter to just kind of sell their alliance, but it's okay. It's basically just set up. Everything so far has been set up. So, who knows? Next week, it could be just blow everybody's mind. At least One Piece isn't going on break. So let's just wait and see. That's all I have to say about One Piece. You guys have an awesome day, and peace.